Prasarita Padottanasana. This is a set of standing, spread-legged forward bends with different variations in hand positions. In this practice, one does 2 sets on the right and 2 sets on the left in a continuous flow. From Samasthitihi, take a wide step back with the right foot and pivot to the right. Place both feet forward facing and parallel. The feet are 2.5 to 3.5 feet wide, and the body now faces to the right with the feet in a wide-legged stance. On the inhalation, stretch the body upwards and look up. On the exhalation, bend forward to bring the head down to the floor between the legs. Remain here for 5 to 8 breaths. Having completed 2 sets, the next breath brings one to step forward to the front of the mat, standing at Samasthitihi. There is an option of performing 1 to 3 candles before moving to the left side. From Samasthitihi, the left leg takes a wide step back to bring the body to the left. The feet are once again parallel, with toes slightly inwards, bringing the hands on the hips. On the inhalation, lean back and look up. On the exhalation, bend forward and come down. Close the sequence with hands on the hips and step forward to the front of the mat in Samasthitihi.
Move directly into the next set of balance postures. Vrikshasana, the tree.
On the inhalation, bend the right leg at the knee to open the hip to the side, resting the right foot on top or against the left thigh. There are a few possible variations for the upper body and the arms, and one can remain in each position for a chosen number of breaths. Begin with 5 to 10 breaths, palms at a prayer position at the chest. Arms can then be brought overhead for 5 to 10 breaths, or the arms can open out left and right to stretch. Return to stand at attention, and 1 to 3 candles can be performed before moving to the left side. Thread the balance postures with Surya Namaskar A or B to maintain some dynamic flow.
Choose to perform 1 to 3 candles, then move directly into Natarajasana, the dancer's pose. One begins by bending the right knee downwards and grasping the right ankle from behind with the right hand. The left arm is extended forward as the body leans forward on a balance with the right leg held up from behind. One can start with 1 to 5 breaths before returning to stand vertically upright. Spend a few moments here with the left hand to the chest, still grasping the right ankle before returning to stand at attention. Proceeding to the other side. One begins by bending the left knee downwards and grasping the left ankle from behind with the left hand. The right arm is extended forward. The next balance posture is the eagle, the mythological Garuda. Begin with 1, 2, 3 candles before starting on the left leg. Bend the right knee and weave the right leg around the standing left leg. Both legs remain bent. Simultaneously, extend the right arm out in front of the body and bring the left arm atop the right. Bend the elbows and weave the arms also. Elbows face downward and move hands upwards. Take 4 to 8 breaths here. To come out of the pose, simultaneously release the arms and stretch them out to the sides while releasing the legs and extending the leg out and backwards. Land behind the body while the arms are brought up to a prayer position overhead. Warrior 1 posture, Virabhadrasana. On the next breath, straighten out the right leg and look ahead. Bring the prayer position to the chest. Proceeding to the other side. Try to keep this wide stretch for 3 to 5 breaths. On the next breath, step the left leg forward and return to Samastitihi. Up to this point, all the postures have been performed in an upright posture, standing up. One now moves to postures done on the floor, either sitting or lying down. End the standing sequence by performing 1 Surya Namaskar A or Surya Namaskar B variation. After the last breath in the downward facing dog, look ahead and jump through to sit down. The legs are meant to slide in between the hands and land ahead of the body. The various seated postures are entered into this way. Exit the postures by jumping back. The jump backs are executed in the reverse. The knees are tucked in, ankles together, arms and hands are pressed firmly on the ground, the strong lifting force from the bandhas and the muscles of the core. The legs are tucked in and rolled back into a plank to exhale the body down. One can continue into a plank series. This involves flowing through the up dog, down dog sequence. The down dog is held for 1 to 5 breaths before jumping through once again. Navasana, the boat posture. This posture will build up one's strength in maintaining Uddiyana Bandha. Perform this posture for 3 to 5 breaths before hugging the knees in or jumping back and through. One can repeat this cycle 2 to 3 times more. One can choose to thread the postures with a jump back and jump through and or a plank series before moving directly to the next posture. Balasana. This pose serves as a counter stretch. Gomukhasana. Begin by kneeling, seated on the heels in the hero posture. The arms are alternately raised up to the ceiling with the bent elbows pointing up north and down south. The hands are clasped behind the back, fingers threaded together, with shoulders and neck relaxed while the head looks up. Hold this posture for 5 to 8 breaths before rotating to the other arm. The postures performed at the end of the practice form a closing sequence.